Plaintiff Brian Henderson says the defendant was his roommate, and at first he thought he was a good guy. However, Brian later discovered that the defendant was a crackhead who had sex with Brian's girlfriend while they were living together. And then he moved out, sticking Brian with all the bills. Brian suing for emotional distress. Defendant Scott Hollis admits that he moved out without notice, but insists there was nothing in their lease prohibiting him from doing so. Scott's countersuing for libel and emotional distress.
Prove your case.
I met Scott in July 2009. We moved in as roommates. I thought he was a good guy. Later, I found out that he was a crackhead, and also he was a habitual home wrecker.
How long after moving in did you determine or find out he was a crackhead?
Well, it was more towards the end that I found out he was a crackhead.
How long did you all live together?
We had lived together for about 4 months.
You think he began his crack habit at that point, or you just discovered it?
He had told us, me and my now girlfriend, that he loves crack. So.
Okay, and what did you say back?
I didn't say anything to that. I don't know what to say about that.
You don't?
No.
You don't say, at least, do you need to go to rehab?
He was already in rehab, sir.
Your Honor, I never
out.
said that. I never said I loved crack.
I have a witness statement saying that he had said it to the both of us.
Sir, about this crack issue. You want to respond at all?
He's lying.
All right. You never told him he used crack, and you never been to rehab for crack?
No, sir.
All right, good enough. Is that relevant to the case?
Yes,
well, I guess it might be. If he was your roommate and you're suing him for emotional distress, maybe he was blowing the smoke in your face. I got a call from Scott. He needed someone to pick him up from detox, as he had gotten too drunk the night before. But it refers to being drunk, sir. I don't see anything referring to crack use.
Go on. There's more in that statement.
He confessed to me that he wrecked the marriage of his foster family when he was a teenager. You read it to me. I don't see anything about it.
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I say something?
Come on up.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
I'm Joshua Hendrickson.
What are you going to tell me?
Yes, I've been a friend of Mr. Hollis's for over 15 years. And as long as I've known him, he's never done crack, as far as I know.
Okay. You don't smoke crack either?
No, sir.
I was wondering. You didn't say you didn't smoke. You said he didn't
no,
smoke.
No,
sir. All right. He may have confused you with him. All right. See there? You are smoking a little. That's all right. Yeah, you are. All right.
No, sir.
You can have a seat. Thank you,
sir.
You found that yet, sir? Where you're accusing this man about smoking crack, and you claim you got a statement there.
It's somewhere in here.
What he's smoking? What, you have any testimony regarding him before we move on to this emotional distress? Anything you want to say about your background and association with him?
I met him on Craigslist, and we got along okay when we lived together, but...
Okay, so you moved in with him based on reading an ad in Craigslist.
Correct.
You all hadn't been friends.
I
needed a roommate, and he responded to it.
Okay. Sir, I'm not going to allow you to continue to look for a statement that clearly isn't there. I've already looked for it. You told me it was there. It wasn't. Now, do you want to tell me why you're suing him for emotional distress?
Well, he actually had sex with my girlfriend when we actually lived together. He's a home wrecker, not just once.
Did you sue her too?
No, I just got rid of her. And then he started suing me for no reason.
For what?
For a security deposit, which he actually said that he didn't expect me to pay him any money.
Okay, let's go over what you're suing him about. Because he slept with your girlfriend.
Yes.
And what else? That's it?
No. After I found out, he moved out 2 days afterwards, leaving me with all the rent, all the bills. And
why did he move out?
Well, he felt uncomfortable, I guess.
You approached him about it?
Yes, I questioned him about it at first. He denied it for a while, as well as my girlfriend at the time. She denied it. And then he came out and he actually told me he'd rather me punch him in the face so we could live together.
What did you say?
I said no, because I'm not going to jail.
You wanted him out?
Yeah. Well, at the time I did, but he didn't even sign off the lease. He just left.
All right. You wanted him out. At the time.
At the time.
That's what you do when somebody wants you out. You leave.
I wanted to leave, Your Honor.
Don't get yourself in trouble. Did you give notice?
That wasn't necessary according to the lease, Your Honor.
Oh,
I have
good.
that.
Let's see the lease.
I also have.
No, just show me that part where it said you don't have to give 30-day notice to move.
Sure.
No, it's a pretty thick lease. You pointed out. Circle it. Circle the part that says no 30-day notice is required.
What I mean by that, sir, is there isn't any clause in there that there's penalties for moving out early.
No, you said you could. So it doesn't say you can move out without 30 days? No, there's no explicit penalty for moving out early. All right, if there's no explicit penalty, then the legal assumption is that you cannot. The only exception would be if you have an explicit comment in that lease saying you can move out without notice. You have that?
I have letters written to the landlord regarding.
Not written to him, something from the landlord saying you can move out, saying you can move out.
Your Honor.
Circle that.
Okay, sir.
Circle that part of the letter that says you are allowed to move out without any notice and not pay.
It doesn't explicitly say that.
I know it doesn't. So keep it there. You have misled me already twice. Now, the emotional distress you're asking for is only because he slept with your girlfriend?
No, it's because I was left with all the bills afterwards.
Okay, that's for rent.
Well,
you're not suing him for rent.
It's also because I got sick with all the emotions I was going through. Because
okay, let me explain to you. Your girlfriend cheats on you, and your friend cheats with your girlfriend behind your back. That doesn't rise to the level of emotional distress. Emotional distress is something outrageous and something that is extraordinary, meaning it doesn't ordinarily happen. That happens all the time. All relationships cause emotional distress at some time, but it is not actionable in the law unless it is extreme and outrageous and extraordinary.
He also didn't stop at that. He kept on sending me emails like, I had sex with your girlfriend.
Sending them to you?
Yes, I have.
Rubbing it in your face?
Yes.
Read it.
First one is lawsuit. I thought, seeing how you were an upcoming father and all, I would give you the opportunity to do the right thing and act like a man. If you want to be a man, send your address to me so I can properly serve you.
Sir, do you want to state where he taunts you about sleeping with your girlfriend? I didn't ask you about giving you proper notice to come to court, and that wasn't what we were talking about. You said right there that you have something where he taunts you about sleeping with your woman.
I do not have.
Why did you tell me you did? You both lied to me. Both your cases are dismissed.
Because he had sex with his foster mom, had a child, and encased in a divorce with his foster mom when he lived with her.
I'm going to be suing him in local courts. That's actually already still in progress. So we'll deal with it in local courts, I guess.